plan. I was going to try to take these inserts out and then try to slide them ahead, make it a little fancier. But you know what? It comes with the carriage bolts to go right through the table. It shouldn't cause any huge difference to have the carriage bolts come through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the holes ahead about a ½ an inch. That should give me plenty enough room to center the pulley in the slot here, according to what I'm kind of eyeballing here. It's right at the back of the hole, so if I move them up so we're just a hole ahead, we should be okay. So let's get up and set here, punch some holes through this thing. Of course, my battery's running dead. Of course. Okay, we're back, and we got battery power again. Not sure if I'm hitting the plywood floor or what I'm drilling into. Let's jack this up a little, so we'll know when we poke through. Seems like I'm awful deep. Well, I broke through that time. So, oh, it's hot. That one. Okay, what do you guys think? We got some, I think you guys moved. Okay, so we'll have to try to sneak the carriage bolts through. I got you set up on the table, which is going to be the most conducive to what we're trying to do. So let me move you guys somewhere. Okay. So the hardware kit that they sent us come with big long carriage bolts. Hopefully they're long enough to get us through this thick table. So I may have to lay on my belly again, lift the table up, get my arm under it to try to do this. I got to put the rubbers in. Got to remember those. Always remember your rubbers, guys. Very important. I'll have to, crap. I don't know if I can drive that in with a hammer. Do I have a hammer here? Yeah, I do. Okay. Try something different here. Okay guys, I've upsized my drill bit here a little bit, just so I can get the square part of the head maybe in there a little easier. Yeah, that worked pretty good. Plus it drove it in there. Okay, where's the rest of them? Did you guys take them when I wasn't looking? Okay, that might work. Plus it'll hold them in a little bit. Okay. You guys see anything? Barely. About the best I can get you. So we'll put the little rubbers on here. I'm going to take the motor, set the down over the rubber, check our alignment. That looks better. Washers look good. Got plenty of knot. You know, enough to get a full knot. Of course, they're good quality Chinese bolts, and I'm doing it left-handed. So, come on. Come on. You guys might know my knees aren't that good. It really kind of hurts down here. Or I'm getting old. Maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I got a little bit of adjustment if I need it. That's the way to go. Something like that. Snug her down. See if we can get a ratchet in there. I would assume it's some weird metric size. Seems to sort of fit. Not going real crazy tightening it down because I'm not sure where it needs to be. Kind of just winging it by. Okay, we're not going to be able to get on to that with that, so we'll have to use the old crescent wrench here. At least it's not a square nut. More opportunities to tighten it. was supposed to use these lock washers. I didn't. We'll go with that. Okay, it would have been smarter to do this while it was tipped over. So any of you guys that are doing this, do this while you're upside down. Makes more sense. But anyway, I moved it over just so you can see there's already a hole I kind of started there. So you can just get your finger into the switch. I wanted it on this side just because this is where the power has always been and the drawer is on that side. So I prefer, plus it's closer to the motor. Good or bad, who knows. But that's what I'm going to go with. So you guys can see I'm putting it on this side. Okay, you guys can see as I'm lying here upside down, we got her screwed in there. You can reach in there, flip the switch from there, have the control right here, all good. Motor's mounted. Like I said, I think we're going to slide it over a skosh to the left, but let's get the head back in it and take a look at it and see how it lines up. Then all we got to do is route the cables. They give you a couple little wire ties and stuff. Tie those up out of the way and hook up the clutch pedal here. Okay, so there's the clutch pedal, and it's way too short, so maybe that's why they give you a new connection. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so box is mounted, wires just tied up over here out of the way in the back to a cross piece. Keeps them out of the way pretty well. If I need to, I can tie one there too, or tie something there, but I think they'll be fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out this clutch linkage and how this goes together. So let me set you guys somewhere. Well, we're going to hook this up here, I think. And this one's got a double nut on it. This one's only got a single nut, which is kind of weird. You'd think they would want to double nut it. Because you'd want to keep it spaced out, I think. Maybe we're just missing a nut. It's a 10mm nut. Yeah, because that's just going to make it tight. Actually, it's not too bad of an angle. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get this sucker to loosen up. I don't really want to crawl up there to get a wrench, which I may have to, because she is not loosening up. Of course. Okay, so I got her loosened up now. We'll get the old one out of here, if we can. Okay, get that out of there. Now we got to get this one kind of rigged up. You want to be able to push on it. Oh, this is bass backwards. This has got to go up. So when you step on the back of it, it's going to push up on it, which I think is going to engage it, I think. To be honest with you, I don't know which way it goes. If you pull down, I think you got to push on the button. I would think. I don't know. I guess we'll have to start it up and see which way it goes. Then I'm not even sure which way it's supposed to go. And I don't like the way this top bolt is. It's, show you guys. You guys see? I didn't draw it in super tight, but it's pulling it tight right now because this is at a weird angle and it's pulled up tight. And this is meant to, you know, give you some misalignment, but not with that nut all the way up tight. So I got to go find another 10 millimeter, which I've got. But if you guys can see, there's a little white thing up in there. Yeah, you guys can't see it. But anyway, I don't know if that's what you need to push to make it go. So if you got to lean on the pedal backwards, which does work, or if you pull it forward to make it go. I don't know. So I think we could probably plug it in and see which way it should spin towards me. I'm thinking it should be going forward. My machine does not have reverse, so I don't know if that's supposed to go reverse. If it does, that's a bad thing, because that'll like mess up your whole machine if it goes backwards. You don't want it to go backwards. Okay. Oh, so let's get this thing up out of this hole, and we'll get the top back on it. Okay, we need these little guys right here, 2 of these, which work as your pivots. They go on there like them so. Not sure why that was bent. Probably just because I dropped a heavy turd in there. And actually it might be easier to put them on the machine and then slip them on. I'm not sure. Oh, she's heavy, girl. She's a big heavy girl. Still can't go that way. How the hell does this work? No. Thought I went in here like that. Oh, you're on the wrong side, Ed. Why didn't you guys tell me that? Oh, it's so light. Oh, there we go. There's the holes we need. Okay. Come on, big girl. Of course, this one spins around. Ooh. She is so light. So light. Yeah, I'd say about a half a pulley off. That looks better. Yeah. I would say we need to get rid of about 4 inches of belt. And I would say there's probably at least 2 to 3, 4 inches there. Okay, lights are on. Lights are off. It's up is on. Power on. Peon. Yeah, it knows I'm a peon. So, front panel, display area, max speed set can be adjusted through the plus and minus buttons here. Push the gas pedal here. Yeah. So it definitely's got to go forward. Let's see which way it's spinning. Yeah, it's spinning the right way. Pretty slow. 400 RPMs. 600 RPMs. 2500 RPMs. 2600 RPMs. It's pretty cool. You guys see anything that I'm doing here? I'm looking at that and looking at this. Okay, so we made a quick run up to the hardware store, and we got a 3/8 by 38. Looks to be the same thickness as this one. This one did not have, well, it's got some red scribbles on it and some green scribbles, but nothing that I can actually read. So we kind of wung it. Got her a little bit shorter. Let's see if it's even close. Okay, we got Mr. Belt here. Let's fish this little guy through here first, I guess. I have not adjusted the in and out yet. Come on. Actually, that might do it. She's a little tight, but we do have adjustment here. I think I can go up on it a little. Got her up, not much. I don't know. Maybe we should have went to 39. Well, we're over. It's a little tight. I think I can go a little bit looser. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah. Let's I'm gonna crank her up, kick her on. I am gonna get a nut for that. It's pretty slow, 400. I would really like to go a little slower if possible, but I don't think it'll go any slower than that. Let me look here and see. Default, oh yeah, no, it does say default is 400, max speed is 3000. So I don't know what that is. What's going on? Okay, let me do some reading. You guys don't need to sit here and watch me try to figure this stupid thing out. Okay, guys, I got her all threaded back up again, I think. It's been a long time since I've used this machine. I got a tiny little piece here. I might have some other vinyl. Actually, here's a piece. Here's a bigger piece I had laying here. This is a piece of, yeah, so this would work good. Standard vinyl like you'd get, you know, at Joann Fabrics or whatever. And we'll just go with a double stitch on it here. And I think I'm going to go this way with it. Let me cut off this little tail of crap. Get rid of that. Like I said, it's been a long time since I used this old girl. And I'm really probably not up to speed with it as I used to be. Power is okay. This is with the new motor. So we will start by, let me move it over just a hair. Let me bury a stitch first here. You should always hold the back of these. This thing is noted for having a rough go of it. Okay, so hopefully we'll be able to do some sewing here. Let's see what happens. Oh, she goes still pretty fast if you don't get your foot on it right. Oh, okay. I drove off the road, but let's see what I did. Oops, let's get the needle up out of here. Come on. Give me back my thread. Sometimes you got to wiggle it back and forth to get your threads out. I didn't lock the stitch or nothing, so. And there's a lot of oil. I oiled the bejoozes out of her. But, you guys see that? We got a stitch on it. It looks pretty good. No lock stitch, just straight stitches. I think I got that opened up to about as wide as it'll go. I don't recall. You can change the stitch length on it a little bit, but yeah, it does work. So let's try tightening up the pattern a little bit. Here, let's get rid of some threads. And let's just try a straight go at it here. And there we go. Speed is still set pretty low. And let's see what we can do. I did not put a nut on this, and it's sticky too. I think that's part of it. I forgot to tighten it up, so I might get a ball on the back. Nice and slow and steady. Bury the stitch, bring it up. This is the way you lock a small piece. Bring it back in, put a few that way, bury the needle, spin it around, drop your needle, and that'll lock your stitch in on that side. I didn't lock it on the other side, but you guys get the idea, I believe. Get up out of there. Yeah, I did get a little ball on it, but not bad. So there is the finished stitch, and you can see where I did lock. I know, boy, let me see if I can get you guys some light. Can't get you too much. Oh, there you go. You guys can see where I did lock that stitch there. Stitch is about 1/4 of an inch apart, which is pretty good actually. I didn't think it would even go that wide. Usually when it's going so fast that you can't even tell. But yeah, that's pretty good. Straight stitching, nothing crazy. But what do you guys think? I'm stoked, man. That worked really well. I was able to control that and hold a pretty nice stitch right there. yeah, and that's just standard piece of crappy vinyl. So I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and commenting. We're getting real close to getting up to around that 1,000 subscriber mark, which is pretty awesome. You know, and that'll be fun to see how that all works out. But anyway, guys, stay safe. You know, stay indoors, stay home if you can. I know a lot of you got to work. I'm essential staff, so I do have the ability to work from home a little bit when the computer systems work. But it's touch and go with the computer stuff. So, but stay safe, guys. It's a weird time out there. So, bye.